Hey everyone, Doug here from 2+Tough, and I'm super excited to announce something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and that is having an Age of Sigmar lore competition. The idea here is basically to celebrate how far Age of Sigmar has come. When the game launched, a lot of people were like, oh, there's no lore to it, it's stupid and vapid and empty. And now we've created, well, I should say we, but Games Workshop and Black Library have created a wonderful sandbox to be able to do a lot of storytelling, army building, and really get into the background of some of these characters. And I want to celebrate that. And so what's going to happen is this is an open opportunity. You get a little over a month, and everyone's going to have a chance to write their lore entry for their faction. You could do it as something as like your personal storm host, or even your Warcry warband, something like that. Anything in the greater Age of Sigmar umbrella is totally game for this. I will do contests later for other things like Necromunda 40k, you know, those kinds of things later on. But right now I want to start with Age of Sigmar because it's kind of really what the channel is mainly focused on. I will say this, one of my favorite things about AOS is that it allows us to tell stories of huge epic proportions, and that's something that I would love for you all to really dive into, right? Tell cool stories of characters that you wouldn't normally expect being champions and things like that. And so now what I want to do is transition into kind of the nitty gritty, right? Something to kind of keep my head straight, and I'm going to explain the process of how I'm going to do this, so I'm very transparent at every point. So your lore entry, it can be a maximum of 1,500 words. It's 1,500. It could be entirely a short story. It could be listing off information, like you could just, you know, tell your story, and at the end of it just put like realm, actually, this person's name or this person's name, and tell me what rank they are, or something like that. The idea is you have 1,500 words to convey whatever it is you want to convey. And I want you to send this story to me either in a Google Doc link that I can see, make sure it's public, and then also, or you can also use a Word document, of course, attached to an email. Please do not put your name in your lore entry. Obviously, it's going to be on your email, because what I'm going to do is take all of those entries, read through them, pick out my top 10 to 20, and put them to the patrons for a vote. The reason I say don't put your name in it is because some of the patrons are going to be participating. I think 3, as I know of right now, are eager to. And so basically, you know, they can vote for themselves, but there's over 100 patrons right now, and so it's not going to skew anything. Just make sure you don't put your name in there so I can't get accused of anything like that. So you got your story, 1,500 words, you shoot in an email, and it's going to go to loreentry@2plustough.com. And that email address is functional right now. It is completely live, so go ahead and start submitting if you've already written stuff. Like say, for example, you tried to do the Black Library open writing contest and you just want to throw your story in there, go ahead and do it. You can send it as early as you'd like. But I'm going to go ahead and shut off that email on the very end of January. So on February 1st, the doors will be closed, and all of a sudden I'll have a chance to actually read through the torrent of things that I'm pretty sure I'm going to receive. At that point, like I said, I'll grab the top ones, bring it to the patrons, they'll vote, and we'll talk about the prizes now. Understand that this is meant to be for fun, and I think you're all going to really enjoy it. So no hurt feelings, just remind yourself of that if you don't come in first place. But on to the prizes. So first place is going to be a $100 US GW gift voucher. If you don't know, when you go to Games Workshop, you can actually like send people a digital voucher. That's what I'm going to be doing. Makes it really clean and easy, so there's no international shipping or anything like that. You get $100 US. Go hog wild on GW. Now, in addition to that, the second place is going to get a 3-month subscription to Audible. And so, if nothing else, that's 3 free audiobooks over the course of that subscription. Listen to anything you want, up to and including Age of Sigmar lore videos, or audiobooks, I guess I could say, and you get discounts on everything else that you want in the Audible store. And then third place is a year subscription to AOS Reminder, so you can build and store a list and do all kinds of cool stuff in that program that we talked about last week for getting better at playing games. But there's a little bit more that I wanted to tack on here, and it is definitely taking from a page of other YouTubers that I just thought was really cool, which is for the top 5, again, so your first, second, and third are going to get 2 prizes here. Top 5, I'm going to actually do a lore video like I do with everything else for your story. So for example, if you made a custom like Stormhost, for example, we'll make a lore video based around them, and I'll try to find artwork that matches and things like that. Now, if you're concerned about that, be sure, if you're really dead set on becoming one of the top 5, make sure your faction is a known one so I can find artwork for it. And as an aside, it will be a non-monetized video because it is a GW intellectual property. I'm not going to make any money off of these. It's just to demonstrate the height and breadth of AOS lore and how far it's come. But understand, you know, if your entry isn't picked or something like that, it's not because I think you're a terrible writer. It's just we picked what we thought was really cool, and the patrons are going to have a chance to vote, and they are awesome people and really good at giving great critiques of literature and are exciting. You all know Kenzie. She's been on several of these live hangouts, and so she's great when it comes to literature and just articulating thoughts. There's several folks like that in my Patreon who are really, really awesome. And so we're going to pick the cream of the crop, and we're going to turn them into lore videos and give a few prizes out in addition to that. Now, in the bottom down below in the description is I'm going to write out the details so that it's out there for everyone to see. And if you have any questions or something is unclear, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. And I'll make sure to keep an eagle eye on the comments for this video. And any answers that I have, I will put in that description. So as of right now, the description should have all the details that you could possibly wonder. And just a bit of housekeeping. Like I said, these videos are not going to be monetized. I'm not trying to make money off of GW's intellectual property. I'm just having some fun and giving y'all a chance to share the cool stories that you've come up with on the channel. The money that goes to pay for the prizes and things like that, it's not coming from my patrons. I'm not taking their money to throw back at y'all. I have a separate business account for that. This prize support money is coming out of my personal bank account because it's just something I'm passionate about. Whereas the patron stuff goes towards new equipment like a camera and stuff like that that I'm saving up for. It's very channel focused, but this is just something that I wanted to do for everybody. So anyway, thank you all so much. Go ahead and get to writing. I want your inspiration to be your own, so probably don't hit me up too much for questions and things like that. When it comes to inspiration for a story, you can ask any questions about the nature of the contest, but I want to be surprised. Dazzle me, people, dazzle me. And I'll see you next time. I'm going to be posting periodically to do reminders. Of course, you can check out the channel feed. I'll have a countdown going, that kind of thing. And I'm excited to see what you all come up with. So thank you all so much for watching, and happy wargaming.